Welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Visitors sideline their head coach. His guys already finding themselves in a pretty massive hole, 0-3 to start the new year. On the other side, Chiefs head coach Andy Reid. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
They go play action with Ward. And he's taken down. Chiefs sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down. and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
So now the Chiefs go on offense in great starting field position. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he's going to trot onto the field. He might even sprint onto the field after that one. That's a momentum play. That big punt return probably yelled over to the special teams guys, thanks, because now they've got a chance to cash in prime real estate territory.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he stopped immediately there. Now a 3rd and 6.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1.
Throwing now, Ward. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on. An old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's a rookie from Alabama. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground. In this game as well.
To number 25. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
First down, Tennessee.
To throw is Ward.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Now Ward. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chiefs' 21-yard line.
Ward.
He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Ward. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
First and goal.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Well, it's a shovel pass, and it's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's still on his feet. And down right around the 37. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Throw out wide is incomplete. You talk about this Titan defense. They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up 4th down.
56-yard attempt.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Here's Ward. And the Chiefs are going to get him. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. Taking it about the 16. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra
extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of... The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Working to put a drive together.
They'll take over at first and 10.
The motion man is Tate. Play fake. Here's Ward. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
Off play action, Ward. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. So here are the Chiefs to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. McKinnon here, it's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
2nd and 6. On the RPO. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
brings up 3rd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 13-yard line. A gain of 22. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. right at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-7.
Chiefs 21.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Tennessee offense set to go again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Ward now working out of the gun. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
In motion goes the tight end.
Throwing is Ward.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Averaging 50 yards of boot so far as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8.
The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd and 8.
Simmons on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 23. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Chiefs have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So the numbers are starting to pile up here early on. We have yet to reach halftime, yet that is already now 4 touchdown passes. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead down to 3 touchdowns at 21.
7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing now, Ward. Over the middle, complete to Tate. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. One back in the back. And caught up.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, Ward. Throw left side complete. That's Tate. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw, here's Ward. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 2nd down and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And 3 yards to go.
Now back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw here. And that is caught for a touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs continue to pull away here this first half.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. So, all right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's a quarterback sneak. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th. Here's the Chiefs punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Evades him at the 20.
A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards.
And it'll be Titan football. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it. End zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Titans' 33-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Now the red challenge flag makes an appearance as Andy Reid wants a second opinion. So the decision to throw the flag, a good one by Andy Reid. And he stopped immediately there. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Ward. Incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
No, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard. Brings up
2nd and 11. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 3rd down and 6.
At his own 49-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jermaine Johnson credited with that sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
To throw is Ward.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Tate. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Now Ward. And quickly into the hands of Robinson.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Here's Ward. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A good pickup there at 22.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 3. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Moore. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Ward from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And now here comes Kansas City.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III. And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
So the completion good for just 3. 3rd and 7 now.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. Final minute now of the third quarter.
10 at the 41-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last two plays. Find 33 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. First down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He will push his way down to about the 14. Here's a 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Butker on for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score. Chiefs 52.
So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off by the 14-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The ball under 32. It's 2nd and 2. The man in motion is Tate. Off the play fake, Ward. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Pardon my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The Titans punter as he's on here to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We've paid this offense plenty of compliments already, but, I mean, they are deserving as they start another series. To be leading by this much with so much time left to play in the fourth, Charles, it's really been impressive to watch.
It has been, and you have to think to yourself, the preparation that went into this, but the absolute focus that they kept throughout in order to have this kind of a result. This is Super Bowl-esque, and they got to feel awfully good about what they put out there today.
The Chiefs on third down. Now, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just got to give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I want him out. They tend to leave him in.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
Down at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 7.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Walker is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City.
Butker now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Oh, able to avoid him.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And the Titans getting set to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and then try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing now, Ward.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Now 3rd down and very long. Throwing is Ward.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. 6-yard return after a punt of 48.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chiefs offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory.
To the 49-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. First and 15. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
A 5-yard gain brings up second and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
And now here's a carry heading left. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner, and one side a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing in the other locker room, partner, the head coach is just telling his team, hey, we didn't play well enough to keep it close enough where that one possession down the stretch might have given us an opportunity to win the game.
So for Kansas City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll look to regroup next week.